I like Ashley, but I'm tired. I think there's a little bit of a trend where Ashley doesn't always have, that accountability.
Accountability. I feel like Clifton is the one that initiated the physicality of that exchange, and that is the issue. That's what
Exactly.
Ashley was uncomfortable with. And I do think it's an issue to dismiss her discomfort.
First of
Yeah.
all, he didn't walk up to her, she walked up to him quite hard. That's how the confrontation started.
Hey, it's a brotherhood! Woohoo!
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's your bro, Mitch Kimbro. I'm here at the Bros of Bro Chat. Izzy is not with us today, but we have Damien back to guest co-host. Hey Damien.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me again.
All right, bros. Bros. So Erana is defending Clifton's interaction with Ashley Silva. Take a look at this.
I'm a mean girl, so I can see a mean girl. Clifton is a mean girl. He looked at me like we was across from each other in the hallway, and it was like, see you at 3 o'clock. You have said, I'm so jealous of Joi.
I'm trying to figure out what your problem is.
Well, back the up. Let's do that real quick. Don't lean the to me. Tell me, don't lean the to me.
When you're having a conversation about something that you guys are disagreeing about and they ended up doing this, it's kind of like they're getting into your face. Anybody that was to do that to me, I would have to give them this. Then it would escalate from there. That's just how it is if you're in the heat of the moment.
Don't put your hand in my face if I'm moving my head.
Yeah, but don't get close.
Victor.
Look, I need security when we get in person for bro shit.
Exactly. Yes. No, not for me.
I'm gonna have my 5'4" ass isn't built for this, honey. I need security.
Well, Victor, Ashley does feel that Clifton did get too close. She said, "Get out of my face." Do you think Clifton was too close?
See, I like Ashley, and I do feel like I don't think he should have put his head forward. But I think for me, she's saying he's a sassy man, a feminine man, and trying to make him seem like emasculate him using this very like feminine language to describe him. So if you think, honey, he's one of the girls and he is so sassy, then why is he so threatening and intimidating? It's a tiny bit of a contradiction. If you're telling me that you're threatened, I'm not going to expect it to be by someone like James Charles. Do you get what I mean? So it doesn't exactly make sense if you're saying he's so feminine, he's so sassy, and then you're saying, but he's so threatening and so aggressive. So yeah, kind of has to stick to one.
I think we can all agree that the coming forward was probably not the best idea, especially when it comes to men and women in these type of situations. There's always the conversation that a man should not speak certain ways to women, which I do agree with to a certain extent. However, they are on a show, and I don't think there was anything wrong with him going back and forth with her and arguing with her. Especially, I don't know the context if she really started all of this from the beginning or not.
Damien,
Mm-hmm.
Ashley walked up hot to Clifton. He didn't walk up to her, she walked up to him quite hard. That's how the confrontation started.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think ultimately is what got him.
Erana and Jamie, they used to be friends with
Right.
the Silvas. But Erana and Jamie, they're both saying that Clifton did nothing wrong.
See, I don't remember Clifton even saying anything.
Oh, he said,
I just remember you.
y'all both were being sarcastic.
Right. But when you're saying that this man disrespects you and got in your face, he didn't do that. You Team Petty. It don't matter what they do. I'm not Team Petty. I'm just telling you from what husband,
when I came back in and that man did like this over top of me.
he did not do that.
Okay.
He didn't do that, Ash.
If you're my friend and I'm telling you I felt disrespected and you're letting me know
Yeah.
that the other person did nothing wrong, I would be like, where my friends at? You know what I mean? Don't dismiss me. You are, in a way, choosing a side. Because Ashley's saying she was disrespected. Tamar, do you think she was disrespected in that moment by Clifton?
Yeah, I feel like that was very disrespectful for what he did. It was your body language. It was the passive aggressiveness that you did when she approached you to have that conversation. You could have said what you said leaning back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he was at the bar. He could have put his arm on the bar if he wanted to, but leaning forward towards, I mean, you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing if I was to lean forward towards somebody, just like if I wanted to lean forward towards the screen as I was talking to you guys, like we know what it is.
Right. And I am with Tamar on this because it's like Clifton did not do that with DJ Quicksilva in the room, with Ashley's husband in the room. And I think that's why it did seem like Ashley had to have her guard up. She had to protect herself
Yeah,
in that moment.
she did.
And no one should have to protect themselves to another man. So I do think it's unfair how people are like, oh, Ashley is a very big personality, so she had it coming, or somehow it's acceptable for Ashley to be approached this way because Ashley is so, like the word you use, Victor, with Ashley being so hot, it's okay to get hot with Ashley. I don't think it's ever okay.
With how I see it, I think the women should argue with the women and the men should argue with the men. I don't think she should have approached him. I think she should have approached his wife. Ashley could take some accountability for emasculating him and also walking up to him in a way that was a bit intimidating, I think.
Damien, do you think Jamie and Arena, do you think that the two of them were justified to defend Clifton?
Well, I would want my friends to stick up for me, obviously, but I would also want them to tell me if they thought they was wrong. Nobody wants a robot friend that's gonna just tell them everything they want to hear. So I mean, listen, I respect them for being honest with them and being, look, whether I agree with them or not, I respect them for saying, look, you're my friend, but I think you were wrong here. I don't think Ashley knows how to take that. I think she's Queen Bee over there in DC.
I would want my friends to let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
I
Because it just
will later,
helps me get a better. You said what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I will later. I'll let you know something you did wrong.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I will receive it. Like, but one thing that I can say is it helps you get a better understanding of you as well. Everybody knows, like me, I'm a mess. Like I'm a complete mess. Like regardless, but I own
Not meant
that, and
for
I'm able to move forward with myself, and I'm content. Um, and I think that having a group of friends in that circle to let you know when you're wrong, or if they can also see the other side, then I think those are the friends that you want.
Yes.
I just
Okay.
want to say I like Ashley, but I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing men's femininity and the way they communicate being questioned on TV. And I like Ashley, but this is a trend that people just kind of go to. Oh, he's sassy. He's a little bit flamboyant. We saw it with Kim Field's husband on Atlanta, and I don't understand why this is such a go-to. When you're saying someone's sassy and you're critiquing them in a way and saying be a man, then you are saying there's something wrong with more feminine traits. That's the thing. If you are what I'm accusing you of, and you're sassy and you're this and you're that, then that's wrong and that's negative. And I don't
Well,
think there's anything
in
wrong.
Ashley's defense, I believe what Ashley's point of view was: be a man and talk to my man, not to me. And I think that's perhaps her
Well, she
her
called him
stance on.
sassy.
Yeah,
And
she
called him
did.
sassy.
Didn't she charge at him too? Didn't y'all say she was like
Yeah,
she charged at
she
him?
charged at him.
Mitch, you're saying that you think he was just wrong, period, overall.
Ashley is saying that she felt disrespected and everyone's ears are locked up. And I think that if someone's saying I felt disrespected, listen to Ashley. I think that because Ashley has a big personality, it's a
Mhm.
free pass to have this energy towards her, and I don't think it's right. I don't think it's
Well,
fair.
I
I think
think
it's fair to listen to her. Why can't Ashley say she was disrespected? Everyone can just Arena, Jamie, they can say I see your point of view, and we're
I
not
think
going to
it's the
choose a
way she
side here.
approached it. I think it's the way she approached it. I think there's a way to take accountability. So she could have said, yeah, I approached that verbal confrontation and I approached it hard. And I, did call him sassy. But there's nothing that I should do that should enable him to put his head forward. And I want you guys to recognize that. I think the issue is how she approached it is like he just launched at her and she has no accountability for her part in the situation. I think that's what people aren't receptive of. And I think there's a little bit of a trend where Ashley doesn't always have that accountability.
Accountability. I feel like why fault Ashley for her passion? She was very passionate in that moment. Clifton is the one that initiated the physicality of that exchange, and that is the issue. That's what
Exactly.
Ashley was uncomfortable with.
But
That's the issue. And
actually,
she's justified to feel uncomfortable. And I do think it's an issue for Jamie or even Erana, who are meant to be friends at the time or meant to be neutral at the time, to dismiss her discomfort.
first of
Yeah.
all,
Well,
let's pause because when he put his head closer, um, she said stop, and he didn't move forward. He didn't walk up. He moved his head, and she checked him on it, and he stayed respectful. It's another thing if he walked up, like we've seen Matt walk up to Kenya and other people. But I think he knew that he was going beyond a limit, and he wasn't shouting and screaming his head off. And I think he checked himself. But I do think that when she's saying she was disrespected, she also played part in the disrespect aspect of that situation as well.
I think at the same time, though, there's accountability for both parties here, really. And at the end of the day, what Clifton did was wrong. That could have escalated quickly because
Exactly.
some people have, their reflexes move before their mind, and they're just like, So I'm glad it didn't go worse, but
Yeah, they
they
do.
could both take a little responsibility there.
Yeah.
Well, everyone looking in, let us know your point of view in the comment section below. The Bros of Bro chat will be back. Don't forget your perspective matters. Okay.
Peace.
You had a not so nice interaction with Melissa Gorga.
Both of you, which Bravo celebrity was the most dismissive of you at your first BravoCon? NECA.
Honestly, I hate to say this, but I would say Melissa Gorga wasn't very nice.
Oh, wow.
Was there something that was said, or did Melissa Gorga do something that rubbed you wrong?